Hey, what's going on, guys? Darby here. I'm going to be walking you through the big ticket customer avatar recipe. It's called big ticket customer avatar recipe because what we want to do here is essentially like dial in the ideal customer avatar who's going to be working with us in our big ticket products or services. So this recipe was developed in collaboration with Joshua B. Lee of standoutauthority.com. His team, they help people create messaging, help brands stand out by creating human to human connection. And a lot of that starts with, and their entire process really boils down to what we're going to be doing in here with this recipe and answering these questions, doing the hard stuff first now so that we're clear on it later. So whenever you run this recipe, first thing you're going to do is fill out these the what, where, why, who, when, and how. And I've included some extra prompts here, right? Because what we really want to do, and the key to selling any big ticket item, is understanding what problem someone wants to solve right now. What's the most urgent thing that they want, that they're facing and experiencing, and how can we help solve that in a new and unique way, the only people to do that. So I'm just going to be using a quick an example here to run you through for just Amazon consulting, right? This type of recipe works very well. I mean, this worksheet works very well for consultants that are working with, high ticket clients, products, offers, and services. So I'm going to run things down here real quick, just with a run through, and then show you how the recipe kind of expands off of it. So say this recipe worksheet for developing an ideal customer avatar. The problem we're solving is for Amazon sellers who want to sell more products on Amazon, but don't have the time or experience to build all of their Amazon listings to sell their products to more customers. This is critical because the listing is the most important part of when someone is browsing on Amazon. And it's your opportunity to capture a sale. Without a converting listing, your sales will not be at their full potential. We offer services to build $1 million listings that help our clients scale. Okay, just kind of like a real brief content brief here, right? We want to talk about it, and even spending more time here in the problem, how they had it, what's the problem costing them, what do they want, what's stopping them, what have they tried before, what is it that they're doing that they haven't done now. These are all things that you can do to fill out here. Maybe they've tried listing services before, done X, Y, or Z. For the purpose of this explainer video, I want to keep it short and quick. So you spend more time here is going to come down here to the listing itself. So now here's where we go. Describing your ideal clients. All right. We're just stopping here with all of the commands that we've got. And it's a matter of rocking and rolling. So, right, we're just going our work. What do we do here? Right. So we want to get clear with this recipe. We want to be able to just get it clear and concise, and really find that 1-2 sentence thing that, is just, really clear about what we do and what problem we solve and what we serve, right? So when you find one, work provides higher rate, you'll have to scale on Amazon. So that's what we do. Describe the best client you've ever had. Who's willing to open new ideas, give us feedback, allow us to improve work. Clients clear understanding of what they want, giving us direction, right? So that's a pretty good, pretty solid little explainer right there, right? And so a lot of these, like the stuff that I already have in my head, and Jarvis is just helping me get that out of my head, right? So let me do it right here. It's the biggest thing, conscious struggling in service. Yeah. Understanding how to create a listing converts higher rate than competition. Difficult task takes a lot of time and experience building to be successful, right? Pretty solid there, right? So we just kind of keep running through this and all these different questions, and we've trained the recipe to be very specific with how these are going, right? Feeling overwhelmed and stressed, right? Maybe taking some prompts right there. And these are just like simple prompts, right? You don't have to even use these prompts if it's not like relevant to where you're at. So if it's not, then just delete that right here. Understanding to create a listing, it's be a difficult task, a lot of experience to be successful. Experiencing right now to allocate their time in recorded ways. Difficult, requires time and energy to focus to be successful, right? Again, so like the more internal and the time that you can spend down here, delete that. And I like this one right here. In a single sentence, the thing our clients want most of listing to convert at a high rate and their competition. It allows them to scale on Amazon and grow their business. That's 2 sentences right there. The one thing our clients want most is a listing that converts at a higher rate than the competition, and allow them to scale on Amazon. Right. So it's pretty solid, straight to the point what we handle there. Now we're going to dig into the pain and the problem. So as you go down to the pain and the problem, again, like I'm using straight AI for this. You really want to dive in and really sit with this so that as you're developing this listing, it's is this something you can keep building on, keep coming back to again and again? But, there's a lot of detail and attention to detail to this problem. And especially, being an expert on a specific subject, if you're a consultant, coach, whatever, this is where you can come in and really tweak and maneuver around the AI to get it to say what you need it to say and direct it otherwise, right? Biggest headache, figure out how to allocate their time, difficult, a lot of focus. See, then if it's repeating a little bit right here, what I might want to do is just, put some blinders on and struggling, they don't have time and experience to build an Amazon listing. Also not sure the best way to market their product on Amazon is, right? So that may be true, maybe not. Again, what fears haunts them? What fear haunts them? Are you doing everything that you could be doing on Amazon, right? Like what's something that's keeping my clients awake at night is like, hey, the biggest expense in business isn't the money that you're making, it's the money that you could be making, but you aren't. And that is the case on Amazon with these coming in. So a nightmare scenario, struggling with sales, not making as much money as they want because they won't be able to get the products in front of more customers without the help of a professional, right? Enter your services as a solution there. Why is it important that they fix the problem right now? It's important because not making much money as they want, consequences awaiting, continued struggle on all sides of the fence there. So now we're kind of going down into the research, gathering some more information, looking for help building listings on Amazon so they can sell more products. Again, rinse and repeat if that's not the case. And all I'm doing here, guys, is Shift Command Enter on a Mac, and that's giving it, if you're on a PC, it's Control Shift Enter on that front, right? So my client wishes, other people knew they were really passionate about their work, listing some more products. They're also unique to the world, listing with Amazon, right? All good prompts. And again, if you feel like you should be answering something in here, the AI is just not giving you something back, then that's exactly what you should be doing, right? Like kind of breezing through this is to get like an MVP edition of this out. But, again, like a lot of this stuff is on point. It takes a lot of time and research to gather all of that. The benefit of working with a professional is that we take that off of your plate, right? We're saving you time. We're saving you headache. We're saving you headache, focus on 4 to 5 areas. I focus on these 4 to 5 areas: research, information gathering, creative strategy, building the listing, optimizing the listing, and scaling the business. So you just add a little bit into there. Going into the next section right here, biggest tips and strategies. See that what this is going to kind of do now is going to take what you've kind of shown in the broad section. It's going to break it down. Building tips and strategies, researching information, critical, scale of business ads, right? And then you can build this out and customize it to however your unique process actually works. So I like this section here as well. A low level thing they need to do is just give me information on the product, right? Like give me some basic info that I can work from. At a high level, what do they want to do following working with you? That's going to say it's going to be continuing the research. We go back through. It's another high level thing. Yeah, so this is after the fact. So now you have a high converting listing that's ready to scale on Amazon, right? There's no point in trying to spend a bunch of money in advertising if you're going to be selling on Amazon with a less than exceptional listing, right? It could end up costing you a lot more money by not putting the money in on the front end. So, some mistakes that our perfect client make, they keep getting stuck in the wrong area, wrong strategy and foundation. So again, it's kind of repeating this section right here for giving it some prompts. And so I'm just going to go ahead and repeat that command. not creating a strategy, not building the listing correctly, not optimizing the listings for conversions, not scaling their business with ads on Amazon, right? Again, kind of reorganizing what we've already said there, but that's great because it's just organizing our thoughts in such a way. So say be specific. Again, those prompts, feel free to delete the prompts, right? It's just a recipe. You can modify it as you see fit. Obstacles that are going through this. Biggest obstacles that stand in their way. You see, it's just going to be kind of going up and back. All right, so whenever it's repeating itself like this, what I want to do is let's go ahead and put those blinders up. It's not going to see above this now. Obstacles, ways, knowledge. This includes no. Okay, so perfect. So we've got now a little bit more detail here, creating Amazon listings, writing titles, descriptions, keywords, knowing different features of Amazon to their advantage, right? And however that applies to you in your specific use case, you can see, have the time to research it, experience to know what works and what doesn't. That's why you leave it to the professionals. Your biggest competitors for this. And so the AI is not going to know this specifically, but it does understand that that's actually relatively true, right? These are not necessarily direct competitors with what I do. These are also tools that I'll use in my services. But yeah, it'd be good for just to rainform. I mean, this is a concept that the AI knows a lot about, and so this may be right, maybe not. I probably would just encourage you to add in your own competitor research. Service letter, they don't like the fact that most businesses and services are not able to help them grow their business. They also don't like the fact that they're not able to provide high quality listings that convert into sales, right? So that's some place you can use to handle some objections with that. I believe. And convert to sales. Cool. Right, and then kind of going to wrap things up on the bottom here with the vision, magic wand. They would live in a beautiful house on the beach with their family. Sounds like an ideal situation, right? But you're looking at like 6 months from now, having a healthy income, right? So you want to maybe future pace a little bit here. Tropical islands, swimming with dolphins, healthy income off of Amazon business, spending some time with their loved ones, right? Not far off. A lot of people that do start Amazon businesses do so for the freedom that it can allocate them in their life, right? So if we're talking about 5 years from now, right? What's another thing that if you're not there 6 months from now, time with families, traveling interesting locations. So that might be the case, right? So they started their business, then had to write a book, looking for clarity on finished products. All right. So before they invest in you, what does a client need to do before investing in it? So in order to different competitors, provide high quality listing. Right, cool. So that's a kind of before back, and then you go to the aftermath. Let me say launch their listing on Amazon, and then if I want to just kind of let the AI roll, I'm going to go ahead and to the business, my scale, not doing everything themselves. See, it's prompting itself a little bit down here, but I'm going to go ahead and just keep pushing on till the last bit, wrap this up. Describe the perfect client's deepest desire in a single sentence. So it's talking about the Amazon, the dolphins a little bit here. So it's still referencing what's up a little bit more, based on what that. So I actually want to do, I'm just going to say in a single sentence, what does somebody want? They basically want to find a product that can help them solve a problem they've been dealing with a long time, right? This is going to be unique to your perfect client, right? And so it's a deep desire to feel confident and in control. They want to know they make the decision for their family and themselves possible, right? It doesn't always need to relate exactly to the business you're working with, because people are driven by all kinds of emotional desires, right? But cap things off, name 3 things that if I had them, it would be fulfilled. Successful career, happy, healthy relationship, confident in their decisions. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can get a little bit more broad with something like this. Family, money, feel secure, control their lives. These are things we're selling, right? We're not selling all the features of an Amazon listing, but it's what does that provide to somebody on the back end, right? So where they can feel fulfilled about their business, to know that stuff is running, And, all in all, that is the ideal big ticket customer avatar recipe.